Hey, welcome. Today we are going to dive into something really special 10 lessons that act as a kind of blueprint for building a stronger, more meaningful life. And I want you to think of this less as ancient history and more as a super practical guide for the world we're all living in right now. I mean, isn't this the question we're all asking? In a world that feels so noisy, so complicated, and is constantly changing, where do you even start to look for a reliable guide? How do we find our footing and get a real sense of peace and purpose? Well, it turns out there's a framework that people have been turning to for centuries, and we're going to break it down into 10 clear, actionable lessons that you can start using for your own personal growth. So let's jump right in. Okay, so first up is part one, the foundation. And this is absolutely crucial because here's the secret. Real, lasting change doesn't start out there with your job or your relationships. Nope, it starts right here, inside your own mind. This is ground zero. So, in this first part, we're going to explore 4 foundational pillars. We're talking about getting a handle on your thoughts, what it really means to have faith, how to manage worry, and, the true power of patience. And this just lays it all out perfectly. See, your thoughts aren't just random bits of noise floating around in your head. They are literally the seeds of your reality. They shape what you believe, which then, of course, drives what you do. And what you do, day in and day out, well, that creates the life you actually live. It's a straight line, a direct chain reaction. Now, I love this definition of faith because it's not about passively wishing or hoping for the best. It's an active strength. It's a conscious choice you make to believe that things can and will get better. And that choice is what gives you the grit to face challenges head on instead of just collapsing under the pressure. So this begs the question, where are you focusing your energy? Because you can spend it on worrying, which just keeps you trapped in that endless what-if loop. It drains you, creates stress. Or you can focus on acting, on the what is. That takes the same energy and puts it to productive use, building your confidence and actually moving you forward. Ah, this is such a powerful reframe, isn't it? We think of patience as this passive, boring thing, just waiting around. But it's not. It's an active, strong state of mind. It's about holding it together, maintaining your character, and staying focused while things unfold. It's all about how you wait. All right, moving on to part 2. Now that we've laid that internal foundation, we can start to build the framework on top of it. This section is all about forging those core virtues that give you an unshakable character. And the 3 big building blocks for that character are right here. The quiet strength that comes from humility, the incredible freedom you get from being honest, and the clear direction that a strong sense of purpose gives you. Humility gets such a bad rap. People mistake it for weakness, but it is the exact opposite. It's a sign of deep, quiet confidence. It's knowing your worth so completely that you don't feel the need to prove it to anyone. And that right there is what keeps you open to learning and growing. This really gets to the heart of the matter. It's a trade-off, isn't it? A lie might get you out of a tight spot for a second, but it creates this web of complications down the road. The truth, well, it might be tough in the moment, but it's the only thing that builds long-term inner peace and self-respect. I want you to think of your purpose as your own personal compass. When life gets bumpy or when you get distracted, and you will, a clear purpose is what keeps you pointed in the right direction. It's your North Star that gives you the resilience to just keep going. Okay, for our final section, we're moving into part 3, the application. We've worked on our inner world, we've built the framework of our character. So now what? Now we see how all of that translates into how we actually show up in the world and interact with other people. And we're going to cover 3 incredibly powerful actions that bring all of this to life. The strength of unconditional love, the amazing freedom that comes with forgiveness, and the deep, deep fulfillment you find when you help others selflessly. Now, this is so interesting because it frames love as a choice that actually protects you. This isn't about letting people walk all over you. It's about deciding that you will not let someone else's bad behavior dictate your emotional state. You choose to be calm, you choose to be kind, and by doing that, you're building a fortress around your own inner peace. Wow, this might be one of the most powerful ideas in this entire blueprint. We always think forgiveness is some kind of gift we're giving to the person who hurt us. It's not. It is a profound act of self-care. It's you deciding to set yourself free from the past. And look at this comparison. It just makes it so clear. Holding a grudge literally chains you to that painful moment, and it just drains your energy every single day. But when you choose forgiveness, you snap that chain. You protect your peace. You free up your mind to focus on today and on your future. And finally, helping others. When we do something kind for someone without expecting anything back, no thank you, no praise, no reward, the act itself is the reward. That's what builds real character and creates this deep, lasting sense of purpose that just doing things for a reward can never, ever touch. So let's bring this all home. Let's talk about your first step. Because this is all great in theory, but how do we take this blueprint and actually put it into action in our real lives? This is the key that connects everything. It all starts inside. When you cultivate inner peace, that fuels the development of a strong character. And when you have a strong character, you just naturally start to take positive, meaningful actions in the world. See how they all build on each other?
And listen, you don't have to master all 10 of these lessons by tomorrow. That's just overwhelming. Real lasting change starts with just one. One small, conscious choice to practice one of these ideas today.
So I'll leave you with this question to really think about. As you look back on all these lessons, which one is calling out to you right now? Which single idea will you choose to focus on and really put into practice today?